I'm going to explain more about unique methods of purifying water using evaporation techniques. Cleaner water, cleaner tomorrow. Water is a necessity for the survival of the ecosystem. These days, water is an expensive commodity due to the lack of clean water availability. Stats and facts. I'll call upon Padma to read this part.
To increase by 55% between 2000 and 2050. Much of the demand is driven by agriculture, which accounts for 70% of global freshwater use, and food production that will need to grow by 69% by 2035 to feed the growing population. The Ganges Basin in India is depleting due to the population and irrigation demands by an estimated 6.31 centimeters every year. Much of the same is happening in California. From 2011 to 2016, the state suffered its worst drought in 1200 years. Its major aquifers receded at a combined rate of 16 million acre-feet per year, and roughly 1,900 wells ran dry. Some hypothesize that increased water shortages around the world will lead to worse. Evaporation. Evaporation is a type of vaporization that occurs on the surface of a liquid as it changes into the gas phase. Evaporation is the primary pathway. The water moves from the liquid state back into the water cycle as atmospheric water vapor and much more. Evaporation can be seen in the extraction of salt from seawater, ironing of clothes, and drying clothes out in the sun. Solar water purifier. A solar water purifier is a non-toxic purifier which can cut down the pollution. What are the benefits of using a solar water purifier? A solar water purifier is eco-friendly and simple to use. This method rids water of insoluble, smaller particles and even microorganisms. It causes minimal change in the taste of water. How to construct a small-scale water purifier? A small-scale water purifier consists of two plastic or glass containers, their caps, and a CPVC pipe which can act as a site of transportation from one container to the other. A simple solar-powered filter follows the process of evaporation and condensation. Impure water in a glass container will be evaporated by the sun rays. The vapor rises up to the second glass container and undergoes condensation. Now I'll explain in detail how to construct one. Once again, the materials required are bottles, caps, and CPVC pipe and hot glue, as you can see in the picture. As you can see in the first picture, fill one bottle with contaminated water. Following the second picture, cut circular holes in the cap respective to the cross-sectional area of the pipe. Insert the caps onto one corner of the pipe and glue them together. Insert the shorter end of pipe onto the bottle with water, as you can see in the fourth picture, and the longer end should be inserted onto the empty bottle. This is a drawn figure of the filter. As you can see, the unfiltered water at the bottom will rise to the top through the CPVC pipe, and it will be collected in the top container. These are finished pictures. These are working models of small-scale purifier. Now on to Neeraj, who will talk about his APOP prototypes.
Hi everyone. I'm Neeraj Ranjit. I will be explaining more about large-scale purifier. That is basically my idea. The aqua purifier analysis conducted by scientists at NASA Goddard Institute for Space Studies (GISS). The average global temperature on Earth has increased by a little more than 1 degree Celsius, that is 2 degree Fahrenheit, since 1880. The glaciers and the frozen ice in the polars are melting. This causes the water level to rise and coastal regions underwater completely. Sorry, everyone. On the other hand, the level of fresh water is gradually reducing. In another few years, fresh water will disappear from Earth. My idea is basically a water purifier and salt extractor on wheels. It's a hauler. So this hauler collects seawater inside its huge container. There's a water purifying machine which saline water will get purified and it will be consumable for humans. Even there is a water evaporating machine which will evaporate water and we can obtain pure salt. Also, there's an oxygen concentrator which will convert water to oxygen and it will get stored in cylinders. Nowadays, there is less oxygen supply for hospitals. Due to this, patients die. And this is a digital drawn plan of my APO Proto X. About APO Proto X. My APO Proto X is an EV, electrical vehicle hauler. This hauler is made up of carbon fiber, iron, titanium, and iron alloy, which makes this reinforced. This truck is powered by NIMH nickel metal hydride battery. The APO Proto X has 690 horsepower. Top speed is around 59 miles per hour. It has 4 electrical motors. So 100 power. There are 4 parts. One part contains seawater, the next one contains purified water, the other one contains salt, and the other one contains oxygen cylinders. Every valves have a water stopper which stops water from entering into another part. This is opened and closed by a button. 2/4 of water, seawater, is converted to purified water. 1/4 of seawater is converted to salt, and another 1/4 of seawater is converted to oxygen. The wheels are all-terrain wheels, which helps the hauler to move on every kinds of terrain. There's a medium-sized rectangle which shows the opening for a bulldozer shovel. This is used when there's an emergency to supply water and oxygen cylinders where a disaster has occurred. I'll show you that medium-sized rectangle. 1 minute. Yeah, at the front part, you can see there's a medium-sized rectangle that shows the opening for a bulldozer shovel. Now I'll show you one video. 1 minute. Sir, I hope you can see the screen.
Yeah, it's visible.
I hope this is my APO Proto X aqua purifier. So this is seawater chamber. This is the drinking water chamber. This is the oxygen collection chamber, and this is the salt chamber. So first I'll explain about the drinking water chamber. The seawater over here moves into a valve, as you can see over here, moves into a valve and comes out from this part, and you can see this one over here. This is the water purifier or the aqua purifying apparatus, which purifies the seawater, and then the drinking water is collected in this part, pure drinking water. Next, I'm going to explain about this salt chamber. The seawater from this part moves into a valve. This valve moves into this valve and then comes out of here. But this thing evaporator which evaporates water, and this machine has a sieve where all the residues will get sieved and the salt will be collected over here. And this is the salt collected. This is the next part, the oxygen collection chamber. Seawater from this part moves into these valves, these 4 valves, and this black thing, this is a black machine called the oxygen concentrator, will concentrate water and process the seawater into oxygen, and it gets collected in this cylinders. So here I have given a pictorial representation. One cylinder is equals to 25 cylinders. So 25 into 2, 50 cylinders will be there in this part. The wheels over here are all-terrain wheels, which helps the hauler to go on all kinds of terrain like on mountains, hills, deserts, snowy regions, etc. When we move to the front part, this is an opening for a bulldozer shovel. It gets activated when we press a button near the gearbox where the driver sits. This shovel can be helpful in many ways. For example, a rural area situated on a mountain region faced a disaster, let's say landslide. The people in the relief camps are suffering because of insufficient amount of pure drinking water and oxygen. So that time Apo Protex can be very useful. With the help of its all-terrain wheels and its bulldozer shovel, it can destroy all its obstacles and reach the destination in no time and help the people. And this truck or this hauler can be used as a rapid response vehicle. I hope that part is clear. Otherwise, I'll explain that.
This is Bhumika from class 10th from Gyan Vihar School. Today, I'm going to present a presentation on the counts. Here, we are going to discuss about the different conditions of water in different countries. For example, India. Let's talk about the drinking water conditions in India. A safe water supply is the backbone of a healthy economy, yet is woefully under prioritized globally. It is estimated that waterborne diseases have an economic burden of approximately USD 600 million a year in India. This is especially true for drought and flood-prone areas, which affect the nation in the past couple of years. Less than 50% of the population in India has access to safely managed drinking water. Chemical contamination of water, mainly through fluoride and arsenic, is present in 1.96 million dwellings. Excess fluoride in India may be affecting tens of millions of people across 19 states, while equally worryingly, excess arsenic may affect up to 15 million people in West Bengal. Hygiene and sanitation of India. Using data from the India Human Development Survey, this examination of toilet position and personal hygiene in India shows that the strongest influences on households in India having a toilet were their circumstances, standard of living, educational level, and whether they possessed ancillary amenities. However, toilet position depended also on household social environment. Households in more developed villages were more likely to have a toilet than those in less developed villages. Now let's talk about the drinking conditions in UAE. Community water systems obtain water from 2 sources, surface water and groundwater. People use surface and groundwater every day for a variety of purposes, including drinking and cooking, and basic hygiene as well, in condition to recreational, agricultural, and industrial activities. According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, The majority of public water systems, 91%, are supplied by groundwater. However, more percent, 68%, are supplied year-round by community water systems that use surface water. This is because large, well-populated metropolitan areas tend to rely on surface water supplies, whereas small rural areas tend to rely on groundwater. Now let's talk about the hygiene and sanitation of UAE. Approximately 550,000 cubic meters of wastewater is generated in Abu Dhabi every day and treated in 20 wastewater treatment plants. Almost all of the wastewater is being reused to irrigate green spaces. While most wastewater treatment plants are publicly owned and operated, 4 large new plants have been built by joint ventures under build own corporate transfer arrangements. One such contract for 2 plants was awarded in 2008. One in Abu Dhabi itself with a capacity of 3 lakh cubic meter per day. Contracts for 2 other plants were awarded to by water under a similar structure. A strategic tunnel enhancement program is to be implemented between 2008 and 2014 to establish a tunnel that will comprise 40 sewerage tunnel and 2 new large pumping stations to relieve Abu Dhabi Island. Now I would like to call upon Ishani to continue.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Ashani Sharma. As my partner Bhumika has discussed about the conditions of I'll discuss about Japan and South Africa. So let's begin with Japan. Drinking water conditions in Japan. Water suppliers in Japan always supply potable water, which we can drink directly from taps without any cares or any special treatment. But recent research has reported that the number of people who drink tap water directly is decreasing. This may have been caused by a discontent on the taste of tap water or popularity of bottled mineral water due to its convenience. Under this situation, in order to improve the popularity of tap water and improve the reliability of consumers on safety and reliability of drinking water, the MHLW will continue further efforts in cooperation with all water suppliers to take measures for appropriate water quality management, such as preventive measures against water quality incidents, encouragement to introduce advanced water treatment facilities. Hygiene and sanitation in Japan. Concerning sewerage, out of 1896 systems, 1873 was separate sewer systems and only 20 systems. 2002, about 75 million people were connected to sewers and 35 million people had their wastewater treated through small-scale wastewater treatment devices called jokesos. They are common in areas that are not connected to sewers, but also exist in areas connected to sewers. There is even a specific Jokeso law that regulates their construction, installations, and dislodging. Jokesos use different technologies and serves different sizes of buildings from single-family homes to high-rise buildings, public or commercial buildings. Treated water can be easily reused for various purposes such as toilet flushing, watering gardens, or car washing. Sludge from Jokesos can be used as fertilizer. Now let's talk about South Africa's conditions. Drinking water conditions in South Africa. The Department of Water Affairs and Forestry maintains that South Africa's national standard of water quality can be compared to that of the World Health Organization standards. According to statistics, South Africa approximately 89.4% of South African households have access to piped water. On a national level, 62% of the household rated the quality of water-related services they received as good. The maintenance of clean water is provided by locally based water service authorities, which regularly monitor the quality of drinking water in South Africa.
These authorities are also rated by the department according to the Blue Drop certification system. Raw water undergoes an extensive purification process at Rainwater Water Sanitation Hub that ensures that citizens receive water that is free of harmful microorganisms and contaminants. As a precaution, avoid drinking water from streams and rivers, especially in areas where there is human habitation, as they may carry waterborne diseases. Hygiene and sanitation in South Africa. With respect to sanitation, progress has been slower. The total number of people in South Africa lacking access to improved sanitation was 18 million in 2015. This means that only 66% of the total population had access to improved sanitation in that year. According to estimates by the WHO and UNICEF Global Joint Monitoring Program for Water Supply and Sanitation based on survey and census data, the share of South Africans with access to improved sanitation increased slowly from 71% in 90 to 75% in 2000 and 79% in 2010. In 2010, an estimated 11 million South Africans still did not have access to improved sanitation. Water is the driver of nature. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, so good morning everyone. I'm Shreya Seri, and our today's topic is titled Every Drop Counts. Water availability resource. Now talk about water purification. Meaning, water purification of water is the removal of impure elements, removing undesirable chemicals, biological contaminants, suspended solids, and gases in water. This is actually the main basic thing that we can use in the purification of water. How much clean water and how much salty seawater? 3% of seawater's Earth's water is fresh. 2.5% of the Earth's water is unavailable, locked up in glaciers, polar ice caps, atmosphere, and soil has to far under the Earth's surface or to be extracted at an affordable cost. 0.5 of the Earth's water is available fresh water in different countries like South Africa, Japan, India, and UAE. Earth's water, there's 97% of salty water or sea water on the earth and 3% of fresh water. This is a pie chart of the countries. Earth's water, the blue one, only 3% of the fresh water is there, and the whole is salty water that is not of use. Clean water pie chart of India. It has just 4% of world's fresh water. Water resource, groundwater and other sources, polar ice and glaciers, groundwater. Clean water pie chart of Japan, 97.5 water of seawater, that is salty water, and fresh water 2.5%. At the same rate, 7.0% is glaciers, groundwater is 30.1%, and Antarctic glaciers 61.7%. And 1.2% is the other water that is of not use. River water is 0.8%. Soil's water is only 4.0%. Atmospheric is 3.2%. Frozen groundwater is 68.8%, and lake 23.2%. Clean water pie chart of UAE is fresh water. Groundwater is only 20%, and surface water is 19%. Ice glacier 79%. Clean water pie chart of South Africa. SAS water use is 4%, 3%, and 60% of salty water. Okay, agriculture, domestic, industrial, power, mining, and other. Traditional methods of Water purification. Process of water purification. In earlier time, people used to drink water after boiling. It helps to remove impure elements. Boiling is mainly the thing that is used in the earlier times to uh, pure water from the impure elements. Nowadays, modern methods of purifying water. In modern methods, water purification is done by ROs. The full form of RO is reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis is a particular filtration process which utilizes a silver clean water to move through it, removing the impurities and large molecules. Total distribution of Earth's water, only 3.5% of all the water on the Earth is fresh water, and most of it is frozen in polar ice sheets. Fresh water is 3.5%, ice is 68.7%, and salty water is 96.5%. Freshwater around the world. The Antarctic ice sheet holds about 90% of fresh water that exists on the Earth's surface. A water cover and the ocean holds about 96.5% of all the Earth's water. Water all exists in the air as water. About 71% of the Earth's surface is a vapor. In rivers and lakes, sorry, in ice caps and glaciers, in the ground as soil moisture, and in aquifers and every area. 5-minute easy effective ways to purify water. Boiling. The simplest method to purify water is to boil it for a good amount of time. Spraying water through a cloth. It is easy to filter water using cloth. The kind of filtration which eliminate with the main solid impurities from water as well as any insect larvae that may contain. The cloth used, cotton preferably, must be thick enough to properly retain the impurities. If it is too thick, then filtration will take longer. It must always be washed purely to use. Staining alone is not sufficient from the treatment. Nevertheless, training stain water before treating it using one of the other method described in this fix sheet will